matter who your favorite team is. NFL Shop has the biggest selection of authentic NFL gear from all 32 teams. Call 1-877-NFL-SHOP for your free team catalog.
The NFL Today is presented by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of Super Bowl 36.
The Rams hosting the Colts coming up for many of you on CBS, and I like what Randy said. They may top the Michael Jordan 51 of last night. What do you think? The Rams.
You're watching the Rams practice. They play just like they practice. These guys can play the game.
And everybody talks about turnovers, Mike. You know, turnovers. I don't think Mike Mertz and his team care about turnovers.
Speed kills, and they can kill you.
I'm out of here.
You're frozen. We lost your side. It's about the spot schedule to see only a 4 o'clock game. We're back in just a moment, but for most of you, it is game time on the NFL Today. Enjoy it all right here on CBS.
An important game for the New York Jets against their divisional rival, the Buffalo Bills, from Windy Giant Stadium. Kevin Harlan, Craig James, happy holidays. Very simple today for the Jets. If they win, they are in.
You know, the Jets talking about all this passing stuff going on out there. Wayne Corbett's one of those guys like, where's he been? You know, he showed back up last week, 118 yards. That 14.8 average is a little misleading. You know, this is a guy most of the times catching the ball underneath, but today he'll be going deep some.
Right, what about the New York Jet defense? I know it's improved over the last 2 months.
Wow, what a great improvement this team has done, especially in points allowed. 13 over the last 8 games. John Abraham, their big pass rush specialist today, he's going to have a big game, as well as Rick Lyle, his replacement.
As we've said, if you're into nostalgia, so is 60 Minutes. And who better to get nostalgic about than Jackie Gleason? Tonight.
From all of us here at JAG,
happy holidays.
What? They gave our room away?
Not what you want to hear. Then Super 8's where you want to stay, where VIP members get guaranteed rooms and 10% off. Clean, friendly Super 8. All the room you want.
This place? For that kind of money?
Not what you need to hear. Then stay here at Super 8. Clean, comfortable rooms, because we inspect them more than any major economy chain. Clean, friendly Super 8. All the room you want.
Hey, the eyes on the prize. We're just 5 weeks away from Super Bowl 36 in New Orleans, everyone. Welcome back to NFL Sunday Ticket. I'm your host, Spencer Tillman, with an early New Year's treat just for you. So get your party hats on for 13 exciting matchups, 10 of which are set to kick off in just minutes from now. Now, we've covered a lot of ground this year on NFL Sunday Ticket, but not as much as a trio of running backs who have a chance to reach 2,000 yards from scrimmage this season. Priest Holmes, Ahman Green, and Marshall Faulk, they've been on fire, could all hit the mark today. It would be only the 7th time in NFL history 3 backs reached that milestone in the same season. Now, if Ricky Williams and Curtis Martin come up big over the last 2 weeks, 2001 could be the first time that 5 backs ever accomplished that feat in a single season. Running backs aren't the only ones who can make history before this NFL season is through, however. One receiver is eyeing a milestone of his own. Minnesota's Chris Carter is just 15 receiving yards behind Henry Ellard for 3rd place on the all-time list. Now, he's still over 6,000 yards away from the leader, so don't expect him to make up too much ground today. All right, while Carter fights the weather and the Packers in frigid Green Bay, the Raiders' Jerry Rice will be busy in Denver. Now, all season long, the American Plastic Council has sponsored the Innovations in Football sweepstakes. Next week at this time, we'll announce the winner of the trip for 2 to the NFL Pro Bowl in Honolulu, Hawaii in February. That's a great place to be any time of year. Enjoy the games, everybody. I'll see you later here on NFL Sunday Ticket.
CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
What we're trying to do is change the history. 33 years of this is not your fault. All you can deal with is right now. And what we have to do is win.
With 2 losses to start December, the cry, same old Jets, can be heard. But Herman Edwards would have none of that. The Jets are trying to exercise ghosts of the past. Rebounding with 2 December wins, they now control their own destiny. The Buffalo Bills would love to spoil the Jets' dreams for an AFC East title as they look to even the series for the year. It's the Bills and Jets next on CBS. The New York Jets have won 2 consecutive one-point games. Buffalo's last 3 games have been decided by a field goal or less. But Craig James, the Jet playoff possibilities are center stage today at the Meadowlands.
And it's today that you have to talk about. They've got all these scenarios. Win today, you're in, but just win today is the main thing. Alex Van Pelt will be a challenge for this team. He understands the West Coast offense.
Subway presents Fresh Starts, a salute to teams who have overcome obstacles and are now forces to reckon with. Subway, eat fresh. The Giants kept their playoff hopes alive as a Kerry Collins touchdown pass to Ike Hilliard with 20 seconds remaining earned New York a 27-24 Week 15 win over the Seahawks. Buccaneers quarterback Brad Johnson threw 3 touchdowns in a 48-21 rout of the Saints as Tampa Bay took a 1-game lead in the race for an NFC wildcard playoff spot.
I want to tell the world about a friend I know. He eats at Subway, which is where I go. I'm so happy I just gotta smile. 'Cause thanks to Jared, I have a whole new style.
With exercise and a diet including Subway's 7 sandwiches with 6 grams of fat or less, people are finding a tasty way to look and feel better.
Anyone sitting here?
Subway, eat fresh.
Proud sponsor of the American Heart Association's Heart Walk.
The New York Jets won the coin flip, but have decided to kick off. This may be a reason why the weather. And downstairs we go to Beasley Reese.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. The conditions here absolutely brutal. The famous circling winds are here in this stadium. It's gusting up in the 20s. Their quarterback, Vinny Testaverde, gets his wish. He wanted these very conditions. But Alex Van Pelt of the Bills countered with, hey, I play in Buffalo. All right, the field is semi-frozen. That should help because the grass here usually comes up quite easily. The fact that it's semi-frozen will help with traction. Back to you.
Beasley, that is if you can feel your feet. I was walking around down there in pregame with you, man. My feet, I feel like I was walking on bricks.
It is called John Hall, who had a career day last week in the New York Jet win at the Colts. Will set to kick off. Avian Black is deep back. Inside the 5, the Jets and Bills, and here we go. A line drive will drive Black 7 yards deep in the end zone. He'll leave it there. And so the 2-12 Buffalo Bills, who began the season with Rob Johnson, broken collarbone, he's out. In comes Alex Van Pelt.
We had Van Pelt when he replaced Rob Johnson after his injury against the Jets early in the year. And he just understands this offense. I think Mike Shepard, their offensive coordinator, has done a fantastic job of implementing and using his skills and the wordage and everything associated with West Coast offense to implement the Bills' success.
In the backfield for Van Pelt, Bryson and Philip Crosby from the 20, 1st and 10. Right to work, Van Pelt airing it out, going deep, and he's got Moulds. And then Coleman got there, and the wind definitely played with the pass. It held it up because Moulds was free. Incomplete, 2nd down and 10 for the Buffalo offense. With the line of Fina, Reuben Brown, Bill Conaty, Corey Hulsey, and Jennings. You'll notice 2 rookies on the right side. And in the backfield, Bryson and Larry Centers, Eric Moulds and Peerless Price, the wide receivers, and Jay Reavers on the tight end. As you take a look at Moulds, 59 catches this year, 2nd down and 10 from the 20. Bryson, a block by Centers, and outside he goes and pushed out of bounds on the play after a gain of 5 by Marvin Jones. Out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It'll be 3rd and about 5. The Jets defense today, number 18 in the NFL. Ellis Burton, Steve Martin, and Rick Lyle taking the place of Abraham, who will play, but on 3rd downs only. Linebackers, good ones. Lewis, Marvin Jones, and James Ferrier. In the secondary, Mickens and Coleman the corners. Ferguson and Green are the safeties. Damian Robinson out for the season with the knee, which you heard last week. 3rd down, 5 from the 25. Centers in the backfield. Van Pelt fires a pass downfield, incomplete. That got away from him. He almost overcompensated against the wind. So it's 3 and out for the Buffalo Bills on their first possession today.
And the Jets defense did not have John Abraham in there on that passing situation. He came in and he went off the field. They brought Rick Lyle back in. So the Jets get away on a pass without having John Abraham, their rush specialist, in the game.
Brian Moorman to punt. There are 2 guys back for the Jets, including Craig Yeast. Santana Moss back there as well. Line drive boot. and they collide. The rookie Moss gets it, and he'll dance and break a tackle. Breaks a tackle as Sammy Morris gets another block, weaving upfield and finally down at about the 46-yard line. And a flag is down on the play, and what appeared to be a disaster in the making comes out right now, pending the call, 18-yard return. After the 47-yard punt, the penalty is against the New York Jets, and one of the great referees in the NFL, Ed Hockley, and his seasoned crew inside the windswept Meadowlands Giants Stadium today.
During the return, illegal block in the back, Jets, number 30. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Jets keep the ball, first down.
You're Ed Hockley. He's having a hard time talking. His mouth's already frozen up. Wait till the fourth quarter.
That's right.
But you talk about penalties there. This team, the Jets, have to get used to a guy like Moss and how shifty he is, because your blocking angles change as a guy on a punt return unit, because he's dancing all over the field. You never know where he's going to be. He's a water bug.
And the Jets, the least penalized team in the NFL. Not a good way to start. An important game for them. 29-yard line. First down and 10. Richie Anderson on the move, and the end around. Laveranues Coles takes it. And one-on-one he goes with the block downfield by Wayne Corbett. He's up near midfield, the Jet 48. And on the first play, a 19-yard run by Laveranues Coles, the 10th rush he has had this season. As you take a look at the oldest New York Jet, 38-year-old Vinny Testaverde.
You know, the season high 285 yards passing last week. The Jets feel like they're going to build off of the last 6 quarters, really, to run into the playoffs with a balanced offense. We'll see if they can continue that today.
Martin in the backfield outside the 48. It's a 1st and 10 for the Jets. Vinny to work. Fires a low pass, caught by Wayne Corbett, coming off a 100-plus yard receiving game last week against the Colts. Picks up 8 or 9 on the play, and he's down to the 43-yard line of Buffalo. Fabini, Jenkins, Mawai, Thomas, and Young, one of the best offensive lines in the NFL, in the opinion of many. Backfield, Martin, one of the best running backs in the NFL. No doubt about that. Anderson, Corbett, and Coles. Anthony Becht has caught 2 game-winning touchdown receptions the last 2 weeks. It's 2nd down and 2 at the 43. And the aforementioned Becht is on the move. And our first look today with the Mawai lead block of Curtis Martin. Another block by Corbett and Young. And the tackle finally made by Eric Flowers. It's a gain of 7. He's to the 36. And it's a New York Jet first down. Buffalo defense number 23 in the NFL. Phil Hansen, Leif Larson, Ron Edwards, and Aaron Schobel, a rookie. Linebackers, all new, Foreman, Spoon, and Keith Newman. And the secondary, the hard-hitting safeties, Tillman and Hill. The cornerbacks, Winfield and Nate Clemens, the rookie from Ohio State.
Yeah, Brandon Spoon, though, just like you said, Kevin Mawai pulled on that last play. This guy here, 58 Spoon, has to play downhill. He has to meet those Jets offensive linemen today.
First down at the 36 of Buffalo. The pitch out goes to Martin. A block by Anderson. A nice tackle by the linebacker, Keith Newman. It's a gain of 1 to the 35. Where it'll be 2nd down and 9. Herman Edwards, we talked to him Friday, and he seems confident with his team. And he says, this is our game. This is our season today against Buffalo.
You know what he's confident with and comfortable with is the fact that he's the head coach. I see no error in what he does. The guy prepares each week the same. He's consistent as a head coach. He has fit in perfectly to the role of a head coach.
Now 2nd down and 9 from the 35. Opening drive numbers there for the Jets offense. Testaverde winding up. Oh, he's got Moss in the end zone. And a great defensive play turned in by ex-Denver Bronco Chris Watson. The ball, it seemed, was fiddled around with by the wind as well. Seen out from both sides.
Yeah, they went over there to the other side of the field, to the right side, where they had all of the coverages. This one here comes single out on this side. The wind is behind his back, and I was saying, and watching my film study, the Jets aren't used to throwing the deep ball. Vinny Testaverde has 1 pass, I think, of over 40 yards this year. He's not used to setting and letting it go, and Moss, at the same time, Moss just outran him. He has to get used to dropping, letting go of the football with timing for his receivers.
3rd down and 9 from the Buffalo 35. Vinny again sprinting from the pocket and on the fly. He throws downfield. Nice catch made looking up into the sun by Wayne Corbett. It's a first down to the Buffalo 18-yard line, and on 3rd and 9, Chrebet, who is really gaining momentum late in the season with the gain of 17 yards.
You know, one of the things I like about this offensive line is the fact that they all move this way. This is they move the pocket in their pass protection. They never leave Vinny Testaverde sitting right in the middle. See how they move to the right side, so athletic? And then you get Chrebet outside, singled up like this. This is just a blown coverage here. That's not an understanding. That cornerback, he went back deep, and that's just not right. They blew it there.
18-yard line, 7th play of the Jet drive, 1st down and 10. Here comes Martin trying to slice his way down the middle. Was brought down by a host of Buffalo Bills. Pearson Prelo after a gain of 2 from the secondary makes the stop for Buffalo. Down to the 16-yard line. Greg Williams in his first season, another rookie coach in this game for the Buffalo Bills.
And I like Greg Williams. You know, it's almost like he and Marty Morningwig in Detroit. They need to get together in the offseason and commiserate with all of the close games and what ifs. You know,
There's been a lot of what ifs.
Man, can you imagine how what ifs, this and that? But he's got a young football team that he's being patient with. He's teaching them the fundamentals and building for the future.
Opening drive on the offense for Buffalo. 2nd down, 8 from the 16. Martin again. Does it dance? Then he's hit on the play by Watson after a gain of 5, setting up 3rd down and 3 with the ball at the 12.
I've said this, and I mean it. Their offensive line and Curtis Martin, they complement each other as well as any running group in the NFL. Now, Marshall Faulk's got this burst and that burst and all that. But when you're talking about a 15-yard box, Curtis Martin's as good as any running back in the league.
Well, he's only 7 yards behind the NFL's leading rusher, Priest Holmes of Kansas City, coming into today. 3rd down and about 3 inside the 12. 3rd down conversion numbers for the Jets this season. Testaverde outside to Martin. One-on-one with Spoon, loses his footing, and down he goes. This field, at least from the 30-yard lines on into the goal line and between the hash marks, 2,000 trays of grass were put in before the Giants game last week against Seattle. But that time he tried to cut on the worn portion of the field.
And you know what? We had the Giants game last week, and Tiki Barber slipped on that exact same spot, same kind of play. And you know, backs, they're going to figure that out. These receivers will figure that out. There's some dead spots on this field that you just can't cut, especially on your inside foot. You have to be very disciplined cutting on your outside foot.
So the Buffalo defense holds New York out of the end zone. 33-yard field goal try on 4th down by John Hall. The snap by Dirt, the hold by Tupa. The kick is in. And the Jets score the first time they've had it on a 33-yard John Hall field goal.
Stick it in here.
This is Vinny Testaverde of the New York Jets. He donates his time to the United Way in his community. Vinny is a magician on the football field.
Here, is that your card?
Nope.
Is this your card?
Nope, 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 nope.
Well, do you guys know the milk trick?
On the football field, Vinny is a magician. Abracadabra.
Last week against the Indianapolis Colts, John Hall knocked in 5 field goals, and to begin the game here on the Jets' first offensive possession, a 33-yard field goal, and it's 3-0 New York. The Jets coming in have won 2 straight and 3 of 5 overall. The Buffalo Bills have lost 2 in a row. We told you about the wind blowing hard enough that Hall's got to have it held on the kickoff by Victor Green. And this is Avion Black from the 5, a reserve wide receiver brought down nicely by James Darling, a reserve linebacker at about the 23, a 17-yard return. We'll get our second look at the Bills offense.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Sprint PCS, the clear alternative to cellular. The Civic from Honda, with more fun per gallon. And by Beechwood Aged Budweiser, with the crisp, clean, and refreshing taste known only to the king of beers.
There is no more festive city than New York. 3-0 and a Hall field goal, the ensuing kickoff, and the return by the Bills. Just outside their 22 with the 1st and 10. And Sean Bryson busting inside and takes it up to the 35. Marvin Lewis makes the stop after a gain on the play of about 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8. There is a change in the Jets defense today. A new starter, Nick Ferguson, his first career NFL start. A former practice squad player with the Buffalo Bills. He's taking the place of the injured Damian Robinson.
Yeah, so, you know, the communication that they've talked about and doing so well in the Jets secondary of working and understanding each other's role, that's where it will be important for him today.
Well, somebody jumped, may have been Lyle on 2nd down, long 7, but was Lyle induced. As you take a look at Ed Hockley, who is an attorney in Phoenix, Arizona. A very successful one at that, and the voice of the officials in the NFL.
Illegal snap, Buffalo, number 63, moved the ball before the snap. 5-yard penalty. It's still 2nd down.
63 is the center, Bill Conaty. And let's go to our studios in New York and Jim Nantz.
All right, Kevin, update from St. Louis. Marshall Faulk is in against his old team. The Colts set up by a 42-yard Warner to Holt pass. And an update down in Miami. The Falcons are on the board first. Maurice Smith scoring for the Falcons. Let's go back to you.
All right, Jim, thank you. 2nd down and 12. At about the 20, and a pass downfield, almost intercepted by Marvin Jones, who is positioned at about the 29-yard line. Incomplete. Recall that Marvin Jones has gotten 3 interceptions this season. Coming into this year, had 1 career interception. He's already got 3 this year.
You know what? Because he's smarter in his drops. He used to just run back to an area. And Marvin was telling us a few weeks ago how he's really understanding more his drops and where he's supposed to be, and not just going back and occupying green grass.
Marvin Jones had a nice game against the Buffalo Bills earlier in the season. Now he's out, 3rd down and 12 outside the 20 for Buffalo. Larry Centers in the backfield. Fina with the block outside to Centers. Lead block by Conaty and by Corey Halsey, and he gets a 1st down as he maneuvers up to the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 15 yards on 3rd down and 12 with the pass to 33-year-old Larry Centers, who now has caught a pass in 134 consecutive games.
Yeah, you know what? Larry Centers is one of those guys, just no excuses, guys. Just let's get the job done. I like the way they set this up. They load heavily over here. Look at the linebackers shift because they've got a bunch set coming over. The Jets go to the wrong side of the field to screen. The nice call by Mike Shepard, the offensive coordinator, to Centers on the left side there. You see the beautiful blocking by Bill Conaty. That Bills offensive line showing they too can run a little bit.
Good sign. Steve Martin walking off the field, and we have an injury timeout.
It is here that you will witness a tradition unlike any other. The Masters on CBS Sports.
And Steve Martin walked off, as you saw, under his own power. Now they got a rookie, James Reed, out of Iowa State in the middle, and James Reed has seen plenty of action this season. It is 1st and 10 after the timeout, the injury timeout, and after the catch by Larry Centers. Gave Buffalo a 1st down to the 35. There's a quick pitch out to Sean Bryson. He's brought down by Rick Lyle and James Reed. Gain of 2 on the play. There's a take a look at Lyle, who's a nice blue-collar journeyman type player who fits in perfectly in a situation like this where you've got Abraham, but you can't necessarily start Abraham.
Well, what they said is he's a pretty good run guy. He's that blue-collar run stopper guy. Certainly not John Abraham on passing situations, which is where they want to try to bring John in today to let Abraham get him a little bit of a push up the field when it's 3rd and long or a passing situation.
2nd down and 8 up at the 37. The fake to Centers, the handoff to Bryson. That head on and drilled nicely on the play by Victor Green. Gain of 2 on the play and up to the 38-yard line. The New York Jets are coming off a 29-28 win over the Indianapolis Colts. And the Buffalo Bills lost a tough one last week in Atlanta, 33-30.
Alex Van Pelt told us that they really need to have long, sustained drives today to be efficient and effective to keep their defense off the field. Certainly, they've got to get some kind of rhythm and convert on 3rd down.
You see the 3rd down ranking on defense. 3rd down and 6. Centers in the backfield, pocket collapsing. Abraham was on Van Pelt, but the pass is away and caught by Moulds at the 46-yard line. He's close to a 1st down, and Van Pelt felt the pressure. Let's go to Jim Nantz in New York.
All right, thank you, Kevin. We have an update from Cincinnati and the Steelers. Cordell Stewart, 42 yards. Plexico Burress shakes 2 defenders, and the Steelers lead 7-0. 6 minutes to go first quarter. And let's go back to Kevin and Craig.
Thank you, Jim. First meeting back in early October. The Steelers beat Cincinnati 16-7. Maybe another low-scoring game there today. 3rd down and 6 outside the 45. They get a first down. Here's Van Pelt. And a wobbly pass downfield to Riemersma, who catches it at the 37-yard line of the Jets. Jones is there, gain of 18 on the play. And a first down.
I really like the way they run this offense, and Van Pelt certainly understanding what he's trying to accomplish. You know, just giving you the effect and feel that you're going to run to the right side, rolling the pocket right. Riemersma comes over to the middle and then back across to the left side. It's just nice execution and timing, rhythm by Van Pelt.
8th play of the drive, first down inside the New York Jet 37-yard line. The pitch out to Bryson. The pull by Jennings, and a nice hit by Sean Ellis, and out of bounds it goes. Good defense by the Jets. A gain of 3 on the play, down to about the 33-yard line.
I was talking to Greg Williams on the field before the game, and last week Bryson had success getting around the corner. Not against the Jets. The Jets use their hands. They get to the sidelines. They stretch the play extremely well. To me today, and I said, Coach Williams, Bryson's going to have to cut back today because the Jets aren't going to let him around the corner that much. He's going to have to find his cutback lanes and then stretch that defense.
You see Steve Martin back in the game. Bryson 5 carries, 15 yards. 2nd down and 7. Somebody moved, and that was Martin. And again, like he was almost induced, and we'll see what the call is. On the field, the ex-Kansas City Chiefs, Steve Martin.
Encroachment, 91 Jets. 5-yard penalty. It's still 2nd down.
Actually, he might not be able to make the call at the end of the game. He's so cold.
Yeah, when you're warming up your hands down there, you are cold. It's 2nd down and 2. No gloves either. Down to the 28-yard line. Philip Crosby is the fullback for Bryson. 2nd and 2, and Bryson the call. Followed the block by Crosby and very close to a first down. Shane Burton was the tackler for the New York Jets. So Larry Centers with a key 3rd down reception on this drive, and that has given Buffalo some nice position. As you see Atlanta on top of Miami, and a tie between the Colts and the Rams in warm St. Louis. I say warm because they're inside the America Center.
Cowboys' strong defense going to try to shut Terrell Owens down in that 49ers. They don't want him dancing on the star today at Texas Stadium.
And we'll see how close they are as they've got the chains on the field, and it looks like they are shy by a couple lengths. Chicago on top of Detroit 14-0. That's the first time, by the way, for the Chicago Bears. In 22 games, they have scored a touchdown in the first quarter. That's a long time.
You saw that graphic there about the tosses and the pitch outs and the successes they have. They look at it like this. Alex Van Pelt isn't the swiftest of foot guy. And if they can turn around and toss it to Bryson or their tailback, they're going to get the ball in the hands of their backs quicker today. And that's why they do a lot of pitching in this offense.
3rd down and 1. Crosby and Bryson in the backfield at the 27-yard line of the New York Jets. The pitch out to Bryson. Cuts inside. Nice play by Rick Lyle, who tripped him up and slowed him down. And his progress, and again, the spot will be all important here. I still think they're short. In fact, they may have moved back the length of the football. Closer to the 28 than the 27.
And this is at the point of the field going into this end zone where Greg Williams said that he was going to have 2 of his security guards down there making sure they didn't open the door in the tunnel. He said, I want to make sure they don't open the door where that wind creates more problems for my offense.
So 4th down, long one. You see Buffalo on 4th down this year at the 28. The fake, and Van Pelt looking to throw, fires a pass, broken up beautifully by Marcus Coleman. Incomplete. The Jets take over. And what about Marcus Coleman? who has been in Herman Edwards' doghouse of late and is a motivating factor today. He was named the defensive team captain, and he starts with the big play.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the Honda Accord. It's advanced, it's roomy, it's the Accord. And by America Online version 7.0. There's never been a better time to get online.
The Jets are fired up. A win today. They're in the playoffs. A Hall field goal, 3-0 New York, and they just had a big defensive stand, stopping Buffalo on 4th and 1. And so on downs, it goes to the 28, where Vinny Testaverde adds it first down and 10. And he'll go right to work with a nice block by Young, providing time and wide open. Lavernius Coles dancing for a first down and runs into his own blocker. Curtis Martin takes it up near midfield, a gain of 21 yards on the play. As we send it back to our friend Jim Nantz in our studios in New York.
All right, well, thank you, my friend. And the Colts have answered that St. Louis 68-yard drive, the Falk touchdown, with Rhodes getting one of his own. 7-7. Rams and Colts with 2 minutes to go, first quarter. Let's go back to Kevin and Craig.
And Jim, Dominique Rhodes has over 900 yards rushing this year, the most ever for an undrafted rookie in NFL history. And a touchdown today, 1st and 10 after the pass to Coles. Testaverde again, right on the money to Coles. At the Buffalo 35, a gain of 16 on the play. And Testaverde is surgically picking them apart.
And really going against all of their tendencies. Right now, the Bills defense has no clue whatsoever what the Jets' plans are going to do. And we've been talking about how they're going to come out and throw the football more. Well, they have to respect the run and Curtis Martin, and that's giving them the single coverage. Nate Clements out there on the outside with Lavernius Coles completely turned around. And again, that's at part of that field where the grass just is not good. The footing is terrible.
Testaverde 5 of 6, 1st and 10 at the Buffalo 35. Kevin Swain is in. Testaverde winding up again. Rifles a pass downfield, caught by Anthony Beck, twirling to the 21-yard line. Brought down by Prelo. It's a gain of 14 yards. So on this drive by Vinny Testaverde, he's had gains of 21 yards, 16 yards, and right there to Beck, 14 yards through the air.
And Beck is one of these guys that they have not really used down the field that much. They come across with Wayne Corbett. You look at all the guys jumping on him back underneath there. And then Beck slips in behind him. Wonderful protection. Nobody knows what's going on the Buffalo's defense.
21-yard line, 1st and 10. Again to the air, Testaverde. And he throws to Richie Anderson, who plows his way to the 10. And picks up 10. Brandon Spoon and Pearson Prelo make the stop for the Buffalo Bills.
So you see what I'm saying here, Kevin? This defense right now, their tendencies are telling them right now, look, inside the 20, when they go to too tight and they go to single back, they're going to run the football. Well, right now, they're throwing the ball, and they're having a lot of success with it because the Bills' defense just doesn't know what to expect.
Vinny Testaverde coming off his best game of the season last week, 285 passing yards against the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, and it could be old Testaverde, the old man, leading this team into the playoff run. That's what they need, balance on offense.
The NFL means more than just football. It means a helping hand for me and my friends. It means caring for others, improving our schools, and rebuilding our neighborhoods. In fact, I think that some of the best plays in the NFL are happening off the field. Because in the NFL, you don't score by knocking people down, but by picking people up. The NFL, a tradition of service.
The top women's teams face off, including the Battle of the Best. Number 1 Connecticut collides with 2nd-ranked Tennessee. A triple header next Saturday on CBS.
If the New York Jets win today, they are in the playoffs. Kevin Harlan, Craig James, Beasley Reese. Great time by the offensive line for Vinny Testaverde. 13 consecutive quarters without a sack allowed. 1st and 10 from the 11. The tight end Beck is on the move. Hand off to Richie Anderson. A young block. A nice defensive play by Travaris Tillman. No gain on the play. Maybe a half yard inside the 11. 2nd down, long 9.
You think that sack number you just threw out there is impressive. If they continue to throw the ball and run the ball like they are, imagine how long they can go without giving up a sack. And again, a lot of that rests on the shoulders of Vinny Testaverde getting rid of the ball and not taking a sack, which these offenses are designed to do.
How good is the offensive line? I mentioned before, one of the best in the league. Do you agree?
I totally believe that, because we watch a lot of different offensive lines. This is an athletic line. It's a line that has a center in Kevin White who can run, which most teams don't have that luxury of.
Martin is the receiver at the bottom of your screen. 2nd down 9 inside the 11. Vinny fires a pass, ricochets off the hands of Lavernius Coles at about the 5. Incomplete pass, 3rd down and 9.
Everybody talks about the red zone and the efficiencies and how you get things done down here. You got to take your shots. There's no doubt about that. But again, being consistent here, and this is just an easy step, let the ball go, and it's almost like he and Lavernius didn't know what was going to happen there. Lavernius didn't slide quite as much as he thought he should have. At least Vinny thought he was going to slide more to the outside.
Now an empty backfield. They put Anderson on the top of your screen. They'll put Martin at the bottom of your screen. 3rd down and 9 inside the 11. Swain and Corbett receivers as well. Testaverde to the end zone, incomplete. Whistling over Swain, in fact, in back of Swain. I don't know if he ran the wrong route or the wind caught the ball. Regardless, incomplete. 4th and 9. And now the Jets will be held to a 3-point try, and Buffalo's defense does their job.
The ball just sails on him a little bit here. I mean, they're close, tight to the stands down here, but the ball goes to the backside. And again, I think that's a communication throw. The last one it was with Lavernius Coles, and this one here to Swain. I think Vinny was trying to get him to stop and hold up and come back for the ball.
John Hall, 28-yard try. And he strokes it in, 6-0. The New York Jets early in the 2nd quarter. John Hall, 2 field goals. Testaverde has engineered 2 drives, but 2 times in the Buffalo red zone, settling both times for only field goals and not touchdowns.
Well, they got down there throwing the football. They need to start running the ball a little bit more when they get in that red zone.
John Hall to kick off again. And Avion Black inside the 15-yard line. Runs outside. Gets a block from Deshaun Pope. Then is brought down at about the 32-yard line on the play. Marcus Coleman was in on the tackle. 18-yard return. Sets things up for Alex Van Pelt.
Happy New Year from the Buffalo Bills. We'd like to thank our troops for serving our country and protecting our freedom. You all are the true heroes. Happy New Year.
Phil Hansen, one of the real class individuals in the NFL. Many years he's played with the Buffalo Bills. He's seen the best of times and the worst of times, and 2-12 is about as low as it gets. But his defense just held the New York Jets out of the end zone. A field goal, kickoff, and here we go. 1st and 10 on Deshaun Bryson. He's brought down on the play by Shane Burton. A gain of 4 in the play up past the 35-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Man, did that guy get down the field. You know what? He turns the corner and he is moving. There's certain guys that are fast on a track and some that aren't so fast on a track but yet play the game fast. He's fast on the track and he plays the game fast. And that's a real problem for those outside linebackers. They better get outside quick, especially the defensive ends. They've got to really maintain and get upfield.
2nd down 6 from the 36. Van Pelt outside and out of the reach of the receiver Reggie Germany, who's a rookie from Ohio State. Wind is playing with these passes today. Let's go to Jim Nantz in New York.
Kevin, Cordell Stewart's making a run at the AFC MVP award. 2nd time in the 1st quarter he finds Plexico Burress for a touchdown. 14-0 Steelers, and the Dolphins have tied Atlanta on a Brock Marion interception run back for a touchdown. Let's go back to you.
A lot of things going on today in the NFL. Thank you very much, Jim. Pittsburgh comes into today 12-2. 3rd down and 6 from the 36. Van Pelt, here comes Ferrier. There goes the pass, and a catch made. They'll fumble, and it's caught on the ricochet by Germany after it ricochets and bounces off the pad of Peerless Price. A 14-yard pickup near midfield. Sometimes it's, what do they say? Better to be but it's a 1st down nonetheless.
Yeah, but it all started up front. Look at the big man come to the outside. They made a nice job of pass protection, which allowed the throw down the field. And course, being around the football, just be young and get to the ball, and you never know what might happen, and Santa Claus came late in this case for the Bills.
Bryson and Crosby in the backfield, 49-yard line of the Bills, 1st and 10. The fake to Bryson, good block by Jennings, the rookie, and a pass to Philip Crosby, only his 2nd career catch. It's a gain of 7 to the 43-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 3. Back to Jim Nantz in our studios.
All right, overall in this game at St. Louis, 3 possessions by the teams, 3 touchdown drives. As Marshall fought 4 yards. It was a 10-play drive. He accounted for all 77 yards on the drive. His 2nd touch of the game, 14-7. Let's go back to Kevin Craig.
And Ojimbo's getting more airtime here than we are.
But he's warm. He's at least warm. 2nd down, 3, 43-yard line. No place to run, no place to hide for Sean Bryson. Mo Lewis saw to that. The defensive leader, the team leader. In fact, it was he and Victor Green that called a team meeting after close losses to Pittsburgh and New England, which may have turned this season around for the Jets.
Yeah, look at him, how he comes up and supports. He's there right in the hole. He finds Bryson immediately. You know, there are many times that a guy like Lewis, they just understand where the play's going before the ball is ever snapped. Mo Lewis is one of those guys, and he said Ted Cottrell, their defensive coordinator, puts them in the right place most of the time.
3rd down and 4 inside the 44, and Alex Van Pelt is going to burn a timeout. The guy that broke Dan Marino's passing records is hit. Good play by Lewis and a timeout.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Nextel. Nextel, how business gets done. Chevy trucks, the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road. And by Dr. Pepper and your local Dr. Pepper bottler. Be you, nothing's better. Dr. Pepper.
Jets on top of the Bills, 6-0 here at Giant Stadium. Now, the Jets used the wind to their back very efficiently in the first quarter of play. Now it's Alex Van Pelt's turn. He's got the wind to his back. Look for him to throw a little bit more. He has been having trouble with the swirling wind in this stadium. It is a difficult place to throw. Back upstairs.
You played here, Beasley. You should know.
Yeah, you know what? That opening pass that they had deep in the game was into the wind. You saw it batted down.
After the Van Pelt timeout, 3rd down and 4. Centers in the backfield. 3 wide receivers deployed. It's Centers trying to squirm his way close to a 1st down. Lands at the 41. Had to get about that far, really, for the 1st down, but I think he appears to be shy seeing the spot. About a yard shy is Ed Hochuli, number 85. The referee just shows you. 4th down, and Buffalo has decided to punt.
Pretty interesting call there, too, on 3rd down, running the ball. And that was a check and audible at the line of scrimmage, and he almost made it. I mean, again, these are teams that are trying to go against tendencies, because this late in the season, you definitely have a book on your opponent, and both teams trying to go against their own tendencies.
What about a fake here?
Wouldn't be surprised. They've done a whole lot of shifting around this year.
Wow. They blew that dead before he had a chance to get it skyward. Too many men on the field, I think, for the Jets. At least that's what one of the officials is doing right now, counting as he walks to the line of scrimmage. Jets were surprised. I think they went for it.
Due to our checking to see if the play resulted in a 1st down, the play clock was delayed. The teams were therefore delayed. We are resetting the play. There is no play. No foul on the play. No play.
Well, now he's upset, but is he upset because they were going to run a fake and maybe that they played their hand a second there?
Could have been.
Because why would he be all upset? The punt never got away.
Either the number of men on the field or the fact they had something on.
Brian Moorman. Sammy Morris is the protector. Ooh, Jason Glenn came in there, almost blocked it. And Reggie Germany touches the ball at about the 15-yard line. Jason Glenn, the brother of Aaron Glenn, a couple of Jets making an impact on this team.
From across the nation, young people gather to share their one shining moment, the NCAA Basketball Championship on CBS Sports.
Nextel halftime report is on deck. Jim and the gang, scores and highlights, and a report from the Oakland-Denver game. Nextel halftime next. Here on CBS, Kevin Harlan, Craig James, Beasley Reese in windy Giant Stadium. After the Buffalo punt, 1st and 10. Curtis Martin drilled on the play. Nice tackle made by Pearson Prelo.
That's exactly why they put him in the game. They feel like he's a good, hard-hitting young guy out there. Prelo coming up, supporting the run. And a lot of teams, you don't get that safety support. And that's why Curtis Martin has so much success. But the way he comes up, there he is right here. Watch how he comes up. He reads it, identifies it, beats Lavernius Coles, and boom, smacks him right in the kisses.
Former 4th-round pick by San Francisco. Gain of 3 on the previous play. 2nd down, 7 outside the 19. Martin again. That's the hole he's been looking for. Oh, what a block by Coles. And there goes Martin. A foot race with Tillman. And Clemens, and out of bounds, he's shoved. Lavernius Coles put on a block that springs Martin free for 47 yards. That is the longest play from scrimmage this year by the New York Jets.
Yeah, watch these two guys right here, Mawai and Thomas. Watch how they stretch and get the play started up for them. They come in there, they turn the plays. There's a combo, look at them, push to the outside. They wall it off. That's why they gave high fives to each other as Curtis Martin was still running down the field. Mawai and Thomas behind him just gave each other a high five saying, nice job, partner, we just walled it off.
Inside the 35. Lamont Jordan has taken the place of Martin. 1st and 10. Vinny going deep for Kevin Swain. In the end zone, they fight for it. It's loose, and it is intercepted by Nate Clemens. His 3rd of the season, his 2nd in as many weeks. And the rookie from Ohio State, which was picked on last week by Chris Chandler, the Atlanta Falcon quarterback, gets one right there. But there is a discussion going on right now in the end zone. They may replay it.
You know what? Swain's out here again. Nate Clemens one-on-one. They're trying to take advantage of it.
Touchback at the 20-yard line.
They just battle for the ball. The ball floated. It's into that end of the field where the wind is blowing, and there's no question about the ball getting hung up. Nate Clemens goes up, wins the battle, hangs on to it, and the ball is a touchback. Comes out, starts at the 20-yard line.
Remember, the New York Jets are the #1 team in the NFL in the takeaway giveaway, and a rare interception for Testaverde. Only the 11th of the season. So to the 20 on the touchback, and after the interception, 1st and 10. Sean Bryson high-stepping his way, breaking tackles and twisting his way to the 29. Brought down by Victor Green. It's a rambling gain of 9. It'll be 2nd down and 1.
You know, and now Touche coming back. I got to tell you, the Buffalo Bills offensive line has had a lot of adjustments this year. They've had to play with a lot of different guys. Corey Halsey, the right guard that time, did a wonderful job of coming around and clearing the way for Bryson. But Greg Williams and his staff, they understand the situation. They've got young guys playing like Halsey, and that's helping them out.
2nd down 1. Pitch out to Bryson. Nice tackle behind the line, at least tripping up Rick Lyle. Nice play by Rick Lyle, taking the place on most downs today of the injured John Abraham. And back to New York we go, and Jim Nantz.
All right, a little 2-play, 70-yard drive by the Rams. It was Warner twice to Holt. This one covering 21 yards, 21-14. Nothing but touchdown drives on each side so far. Back to Kevin and Craig.
Is there a team right now better than the Rams, Craig, in the NFL?
You know, the thing that scares you about the Rams is that they've played so well during the season. Are they already built? Are the Steelers building a team ready for the playoff run? The New England Patriots, that's what I wonder right now.
1st and 10 outside the 30. Here comes Lewis. There goes the pass. Almost intercepted on the play by Ferguson. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10. A great rush put on by linebacker Mo Lewis. May have altered that pass.
Yeah, Mo Lewis definitely comes to the right side, gets in his face. Van Pelt throws the ball. Nick Ferguson tries to stop and come back. And that poor footing over there on that side of the field, that hurt Ferguson. And just the fact that the ball was thrown right at him, he wasn't expecting it to be that easy.
Second down and 10 outside the 30. Bryson hits the hole hard and brought down by Burton and Ray Mickens, Victor Green, and a host of others. Gain of 5 up near the 34-yard line. Log on to NFL.com and read Phil Simms' thoughts on how home field advantage in the playoffs is not as important as many people think. Just go to NFL.com or AOL keyword America online, NFL.com. What do you think?
Yeah, baloney on that. In the playoffs, I guarantee you'd rather be at home than having to travel.
Well, if the Jets win today and then win next week against Oakland, they'll get a first-round bye. They'll have a home game week 2 of the playoffs. But they got to win today. Bryson comes out as a receiver. 3rd down and 5. Van Pelt in his own 35. The quick throw out. Oh, look out, Tuck! That's exactly what Bryson did. Incomplete pass. They got to punt the ball. It's coming right in his head.
Van Pelt's wondering, what are you thinking, home team?
Yikes!
You're on my team, dude. Catch the football. And they had the Jets were totally confused. They were on the line of scrimmage up there looking at each other like, hey, who do you have? Who do I have? The Bills missed an opportunity there.
Brian Moorman will punt. Craig East back there along with Santana Moss. Line drive boot. This is Moss. And about the 23. Down the sideline, shoved out of bounds by Rayon Hill. 43-yard punt, 22-yard return. Bryson still wondered where that ball came from. We got a timeout.
CBS Thursday. You're not going to believe what one elephant does to disrupt the survivor camp.
Oh, my God.
A humanitarian mission will touch your heart.
Oh.
And you've seen tough competition before. Now get ready for the Super Immunity Challenge. If you make it past this round,
you're in the final 4.
2 episodes to go.
Started with 16, now we're down to 5.
All new Survivor Africa, CBS Thursday.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by IBM, taking e-business and your business to the next level. And by Rolaids. Rolaids. R-O-L-A-I-D-S spells relief.
And Thursday on Survivor, without only a couple episodes left, the stakes higher than ever. Who will make it to the final 4? Find out on an all-new Survivor Africa, Thursday on CBS. So after the punt return by Santana Moss to the 45, 1st down and 10 for Testaverde, winding up, going deep, down the side, looking for Lavernius Coles, which they did a lot last week in Indianapolis. And Testaverde said that game-winning drive last week against the Colts, perhaps the best drive that I have ever been associated with in the NFL.
And that's saying a lot. I mean, it really is saying a lot, and that's why they're throwing the ball. He's 7 of 12 in this game here, has an interception, but he's missed his last 4. And I think going into the win right here, that last series, they have a nice run by Curtis Martin, and then they throw the ball up into the win. It knocks it down. Obviously, they're trying to attack number 22, Nate Clements. They feel like they can get after him, and they have not been successful thus far.
2nd down and 10, 45-yard line. Oh, Tyrone Robertson. The Jets are the only team in the NFL without a pass play over 40 yards this season.
Encroachment, Buffalo, number 92, 5-yard penalty. It's still 2nd down.
Does he have molasses in his mouth?
This is a game I'm looking forward to a lot of penalties.
Yeah.
Just to see if Hockey League can keep up with it.
He's officiated a Super Bowl. But he's cold. He is cold.
He is. What'd you say he was from? Phoenix?
He's from Phoenix.
He's a lawyer out there, right?
He's an attorney in Phoenix.
He stays in those nice, warm, plush offices too much.
He can represent me from the 50s. 2nd down and 5. Curtis Martin, good block by Fabini. And Eric Flowers helping bring him down along with Brandon Spoon. A gain of 7 on the play to the 43-yard line, and downstairs we go to Beasley Reese.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. You know, Craig James, I love what you're saying about the Jets offensive line. Now, normally when you watch an offensive line play, there's a lot of pointing, a lot of yelling as they adjust to what the defense is showing them. This line has been together so long, it's kind of telepathic. They are fantastic. Back to you.
Yeah, I don't know that telepathic business. That means they just talking without even talking, right? I mean, they just kind of look at each other and know what to do.
2nd down and 5. Make it 1st and 10 from the 43. Gain of 4 on the play by Curtis Martin. Down to the 39.
And when we visited with the Bills, and specifically Phil Hansen, who's been around a long time, he said in the past against the Jets, you used to be able to really listen to their calls, and you could make a false move prior to the snap, and Phil could get a feel for what they were doing. Now they don't. He says, so he doesn't really understand or know where they're going with it because they're so smart and working together. And when they come out, Kevin Mawai at the center, now he will communicate. He'll say things like he is right now. He's going to tell them, hey, look, you got him, and this is Sam, Mike, and Will. We're identifying who the personnel is so nobody screws up with their protections.
2nd down, 5 inside the 40. Martin again trying to find some running room, and not much there. Brandon Smoot brings him down. No gain on the play. Now, they were very creative, this offense of Paul Hackett was last week against the Colts. And today, they seem perhaps maybe more conservative at times. And, of course, after a turnover, Herman Edwards told us, I'm going to bring it back. We're not going to be loose. We're going to bring it back and be conservative.
Well, one of the things that Edwards can't get away from is the identity of this football team. They've done pretty darn well by running the ball and playing good defense lately. You don't want to get too darn cute thinking you're going to all of a sudden become a passing team going to the playoffs.
They're down in 6 inside the 40. The block by Fabini, and across the middle it goes to Coles. He's got to get to the 33, and he's brought down nicely by Prelo at the 37. It's a gain of 2, and the Buffalo defense stops the Jets again. And here comes Tom Tupa, and New York's got a punt.
Greg Williams has moved to go with Prelo's paying off. Guys made a couple of nice plays in the secondary, coming off of Anthony Beck, squeezing the play when he sees it's coming across the middle of the field. You know, just recognizing, understanding the game.
Tom Tupa, who was a former college quarterback at Ohio State and a part-time NFL quarterback, gets off a horrible punt. Although it takes a pretty decent bounce and rolls down to about the 13-yard line. Off the side of his foot.
It's a cold football. Both these punters, all the kickers, they're going to have to deal with it. It's a cold, cold day, but that was horrible.
And he had a high snap, too, from James Durf he had to snag. Our.com poll, which one of these potential playoff outsiders is most likely to rebound and make a playoff run in 2002?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the other.
Who? Who's the other?
You don't know. Are you kidding me?
I'm taking Tennessee.
All right, let's go Texans. Houston Texans.
No, spoken like a guy who's a Texan.
Yeah, but you know, seriously, I mean, who knows? Because you never know what's going to happen in the offseason. Free agency, salary cap casualties.
Log on and cast your vote at NFL.com after the punt. Buffalo 1st and 10 from the 13. Pitch out to Bryson. Barry Sanders tries a block, as does John Fina, and a gain of 3. Past the 15 out to the 16-yard line. Eric Abagu was there. 13 carries and 37 yards today for Bryson.
Boy, I tell you what, that's that zone toss trap play that they run there where they're trying to really stretch the defense, but they're coming off. They just come off and they stretch as an offensive line. See, there's nobody really pulling or doing anything. Now, there's a lane here. These linemen need to get there and turn his butt to the hole where he'll have a chance to get up in there. But the Jets are very quick. I really like the way they stretch out a running back.
2nd down, 7 from the 16. The block by Centers on Lewis. Wide open is the tight end, Jay Remersma. 16-yard gain up to the 32-yard line. Remersma right behind Pete Metzelaars is the most effective pass receiving tight end in the history of the Buffalo Bills.
And sometimes you wonder, he's almost like a forgotten guy in this offense. And the tight end is so critical, as we know, but he's a wonderful receiver coming off that line of scrimmage. He's a good blocker, and I think a guy that they need to use more.
Speaking of forgotten, what about Eric Moulds? Only 1 catch today.
Very good point there.
32-yard line, 1st and 10 after that gain of 16. Bryson hit and brought down by Mo Lewis. Devouring him. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10.
I think Mo Lewis knows their offense as well as they know it. It's crazy, and sometimes it happens like that. I was in games that before we'd go to the line of scrimmage and you'd hear their linebackers making your calls, and we'd go back to the huddle and say, hey, who's leaning? Who's doing something? But Mo Lewis said Ted Cottrell gets him in the right position. Their defensive coordinator is smart, and because of that, their players are able to make the plays.
We've reached the 2-minute warning. A couple John Hall field goals. The Jets on top.
Don't feel like stopping? Neither does your Pontiac dealer. Because now through January 2nd, get 0% APR financing on all new Pontiac models, plus $500 holiday bonus on select models. Interest-free financing, plus $500 holiday bonus on Grand Am, Grand Prix, Montana, and Sunfire. Hurry, because you've only got until January 2nd. Keep America rolling. See your local Pontiac dealer today.
Look at this workmanship. Could make a lot of lira selling these in New York. Yeah, look at these prices. These guys don't know what they got. They're clueless. Try asking the old guy if he can handle a production of 10,000 of these.
No problem, Senora.
What's it say? They have 2 million units warehoused in New Jersey. New Jersey?
New Jersey. New Jersey.
The right infrastructure can take your business anywhere, even New Jersey.
Bye-bye.
You are about to journey into a world defined by achievement and bathed in glory. It is here that the world's greatest athletes will become a part of a tradition unlike any other at the Masters. It is where young people from across the nation will gather to share their one shining moment at the NCAA Basketball Championship. On these fields, college football legends will be made, and glory will be captured at the PGA Championship. It is here that endurance and determination are the keys to surviving the world's toughest tennis at the U.S. Open, and victory will be claimed as theirs on the PGA Tour. It is a place where the men of the NFL, possessed with the gifts of speed and strength, search for their piece of immortality. This is the world of CBS Sports.
Our cozy studios over in New York. They're getting the Nextel halftime report ready. Jim and the gang are all set. Scores, highlights, and news, and a report on the Oakland-Denver game next on the Nextel halftime report. We're at the 2-minute warning. Kevin Harlan, Greg James, and Beasley Reese. 2nd down and 10 outside the Buffalo 32. Here comes Abagu. Van Pelt gets away. Here comes Lyle. There goes the pass. Caught by Peerless Price for a first down to the New York Jet 48 and a pickup of 20 yards. Greg James would appear to be a busted play.
Yeah, you know, but I think there's holding. I think he holds over here on the right side. Jennings gets away with this thing. Watch how they reach out there. Excuse me. That's the guard pulling out there. I think he held him. You know, did you see that jersey come away?
Ruben Brown.
Ruben Brown held him, and he got away with one, and Alex Van Pelt comes up with a big play.
Well, when you're 2-12, you need some help. Right?
Yeah, what the heck?
Yeah, that's right.
And Hockey Lee was so cold, he probably didn't want to take his hands out of his muff.
It is a first down inside the Jet 48. Remersma's in motion. Van Pelt moves up niftily, has to get to the 37 on the run and slides for a first down. Well, they'll take his head off with Ferguson, who is about as hard a hitter as you will find on the Jets team with a hit. It's a career-long gain of 15 yards.
And the Jets take away the crossing route, but they forget that Van Pelt can run the ball. He better get out a little bit quicker, though, the next time. 1st and 10, 37-yard line outside. Remersma tried to cut on that poor surface, and down he goes at the 31. Picks up a couple yards on the play. That's the 3rd player we have seen in the first half slip on that surface. This is the National Football League. How can you not have a great surface in the National Football League? I don't buy it. I never understood Philadelphia Veterans Stadium. I don't understand this stadium right here. How can you not have perfect footing for your football players? Well, you got 2 teams playing here virtually every Sunday, and some stadiums get reprieve, but you got cold temperatures. Baloney, man. There are kids' fields around the country that are better than this. All right. On the 30, 2nd down and 7. Van Pelt. Here comes Abraham. Ball's deflected. It's ricocheted incomplete. I think maybe Steve Martin got a hand on it in the middle. We'll have to see. But nonetheless, it was deflected. And remember, the last time Van Pelt met this team, Shane Burton knocked down 4 passes. Yeah, there's John Abraham. He's in the game, moving around there. A little bit of deflection. You're right, it was deflected. By Martin. I still am surprised where Eric Moulds is. Yeah, Greg Williams, he's probably wondering the same thing. There he is down here. There's Eric Moulds. 3rd down 7 from the Jet 30. Here comes Abraham. There goes the pass. Diving reception. Nope, dropped it. Larry Centers could not hold on at the 24. Covered on the play by Mickens. He comes out, a little decoy on the outside, and this is the right throw. Centers doesn't miss many. He does this one, though, and that was the right call, and I think they got to go for it here. And they are on 4th and 7 from the 30-yard line.
Any play up your sleeve you'd like to see run here?
I'd call a timeout, so would be my play. I really would. Call a timeout. That way you go over and talk about it.
So Van Pelt burns his second timeout.
Stick it in here.
This is Vinny Testaverde of the New York Jets. He donates his time to the United Way in his community. Vinny is a magician on the football field.
Here, is that your card?
Nope.
Is this your card?
Nope. 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 Nope.
Well, do you guys know the milk trick?
On the football field, Vinny is a magician. Abracadabra.
Buffalo Bills in the midst of a timeout. They're moving the ball right now at the Jets 30, and they've got it 4th down and 7 yards to go. 2 John Hall field goals of 33 and 28 yards. You take a look at Eric Moulds. They've thrown to him 5 times, but only 1 catch.
And I don't think that you move the pocket necessarily here, but I do feel like that you've got to get something over the middle. I'd test that void between the linebackers and that deep safety level here. That's where I'd throw the ball.
They got to get to the 23. It's 4th down and 7.
Right back here. That's what I'm talking about. Somewhere in there, behind that linebacker level.
Centers in the backfield. He's platooned 3 receivers. Van Pelt with time down the middle. What a catch by Riemersma inside the 10, landing at the 8. 1st and goal, Buffalo Bills. A 22-yard reception.
You didn't realize I went down there and got that huddle and told Williams what to call, did you? Huh? I'm glad he's listening to me there. But that's that level there that these linebackers need to be tested on. They've been really supporting the run, and they've been up too tight. 1st and goal from the 9. A block by Halsey, a run by Centers, and he pries his way inside the 5. Picking up 4. Brought down by Martin. Buffalo has 1 timeout. Goal-to-go situations, Buffalo is perfect. They've scored every time in their 19 possessions. 11 touchdowns, and the rest field goals. 2nd down, goal at the 5. It's Centers again. Great block by Conatee and Riemersma, and a Buffalo touchdown. They've tied the game. How do you like that? With a chance to take a lead on the extra point just before halftime. Well, you got to, you know what? They had the wind behind their back. That's what Beasley talked about earlier, and they took advantage of it. Nice passes, throwing it down the field.
Shane Graham, who is the 3rd kicker the Buffalo Bills have had this season. They began with Christie, then Jake Arians, and now Shane Graham, who knocks it in. Perfect 5 of 5 on extra points this season.
I tell you what's perfect there. It's man on man. There's not a green jersey running clear by himself. He is in the end zone there. Score with your man, and your running back scores. Greg Williams, you got to will them to victory. They need to figure out how to win here in Buffalo.
Every freedom we have.
Do you want to fight crime so badly you're willing to throw out the Bill of Rights?
Every law we obey.
The offense was a triple murder.
Every hope we share.
Precedent can be overturned if it's wrong. Or reaffirmed if it's right.
Is in their hands.
Let's go make history.
Now, the creator of JAG takes you inside the highest court in the land.
All stand for the justices of the Supreme Court of the United States.
Joe Mantegna, James Garner. First Monday, premieres CBS January 15th.
Larry Centers is known more as a pass receiver than a rushing back. He has 2 rushing touchdowns this season. Both have come against the New York Jets.
Greg Williams is one of these guys who he just like, hey, look, fellas, there are no excuses. Let's just win. Let's go out and prepare and do our job. Buffalo had to deal with distractions all week. 7 feet of snow, come into practice a little bit late, or you stay around a little bit longer. How do you get all your meetings in? They had a good work week. And he said that he was very impressed and really appreciated the veterans like Larry Centers, who said, hey, we're going to get the job done. We're going to go out and prepare to win a football game.
And they have played better, although their record wouldn't indicate it. People think Buffalo is, oh, and the ball fell off the tee. There was wind. Now, every time that John Hall has kicked off today, he's had Victor Green holding the ball. We'll have to see now if Buffalo will do the same thing. Ever thought of the possibility if he would just happen to just knock it and it would go like about 5 yards and it would just lay there like if he whiffed?
If he touched it,
exactly.
it's a live ball.
That's what I'm saying, and he almost did that time.
Yeah.
I mean, he has to go 10 yards for it to be a legal onside kick.
Yeah, but in that scenario, the Jets would have the ball
exactly.
right there.
Well, it's a live ball.
Yeah.
Reggie Germany will hold on to it. It's like a line drive boot, which is picked up by Lamont Jordan, their #1 pick as a running back, and he's brought down by Philip Crosby in the cloud of dust over at the 45-yard line.
Cloud of dust.
Where was he? Tonight on the CBS Sunday movie, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Vanessa Williams star in the action-packed thriller Eraser. Vanessa Williams is married to the Los Angeles Lakers' Rick Fox. That's tonight on CBS.
Yeah, there are a lot of guys that say that's a lucky dude, huh?
Yeah. 44-yard line, 1st and 10. Jets have 3 timeouts. Shovel pass caught by Martin, finds a seam, and there he goes, and tackled from behind by Watson. The Jets have a timeout. In fact, 3 of them. They're going to take one right here, down to the 29-yard line. Gallops Curtis Martin. That is a 27-yard run, and he gets him into field goal territory.
I tell you what, that was a horrible job of the Bills defense just taking the play off. They take the play off, and the Jets run it right up their fanny. Kerry Jenkins comes around, a little shovel pass right up the middle of the field. All of a sudden now the Jets are in position to win. Now this is exactly what Phil Hansen and the Bills were telling us. We don't know how to win. We just don't know how to finish a game off, and that's part of it right there, giving an opponent right before halftime an opportunity.
Go back to the kickoff too. Remember, the ball fell off the tee the first time. They said, forget this. He's going to line drive it down there, and then the kid Lamont Jordan had a pretty good return. So all these things working on the final seconds of this first half. 7 seconds remaining. Jets with 2 timeouts left. They're at the 29, 1 play and then a field goal try if they don't do anything on this, I would assume.
It's going to have to be quick.
You're thinking of the end zone. Here comes Testaverde winding up, going deep. Line drive to the end zone, broken up, incomplete. I think it hit the back of the helmet of Antoine Winfield, 26. So now 2 seconds remaining. They can get the field goal off, or can they with the wind as a factor?
I don't think they can. I think the wind is a problem for them here right now. And, you know, throwing the ball down the middle, I would have been more encouraged to throw something towards the middle of the field, you know, 10, 15 yards, and then try to kick a field goal. Beasley, that wind's really playing havoc on these guys down there.
Yeah, it really is. And the kicker looked at the coach. Coach kind of asked him, can you make it? And he threw his hands up like, I don't know.
Marcus Coleman is in. He caught a touchdown pass before halftime a couple years ago against the Buffalo Bills. They go to him again in the end zone and out of the end zone. That takes us to halftime. But we've got to question why no field goal try. The wind has got to be the reason.
But he was being honest. The wind definitely, because during pregame I sat here and watched them practice, and from that distance he had no shot whatsoever making that kick.
Well, we'll find out as Beasley is going to track down Herman Edwards. The Jets, if they win today, they're in the playoffs. The one thing they do not want to do is lose today and have to go to Oakland having to win against a hungry Raiders team also striving for playoff possibilities.
And it's kind of disaster the way they ended it last year too.
Let's go downstairs to Beasley Reese.
All right, thanks a lot. I'm with Coach Herman Edwards. Coach, why no field goal there? The wind too much in his face?
Well, yeah, it was too far. We couldn't hit it from there. We talked to John, and we had to get it inside the 25 to try to kick a field goal. So.
Okay, and Coach, what are you going to say to the guys in the locker room?
Well, hey, we had that opportunities to score when we got in the red zone. We didn't do it. And defensively, we got the guy sacked. We missed him. And then another time we were playing man-to-man, we got him locked up and the quarterback's running around. So I think we have to play better, obviously, on both sides of the ball.
Thank you, Coach.
So the Buffalo Bills, on a touchdown run by Larry Centers, lead the New York Jets at halftime 7-6.
In the Super. Hi, honey. Oh, you know, we had a huddle. Manning says they're throwing to Harrison. Every time. Peyton to Marvin. Peyton to Marvin.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Ray Lewis is on my back all day.
Yeah.
Coach keeps yelling at me, quoting Lombardi every 2 minutes. It's all politics around here. I gotta go.
NFL Fever 2002. It's a living. Rated E for everyone.
CBS Sports presents the Nextel Direct Connect Halftime Report. Nextel, get right through.
That 87-yard drive has the Bills in front of halftime. Jim Nance on the Nextel Halftime Report. Mike, Randy, and Jerry alongside. Bills might be looking to... Today is the day to break that 9-game losing streak inside of their division, the AFC East opponents.
Well, the Jets are just struggling, really. They can't get anything going. They got a little bit of a rushing game going with Curtis Martin, but other than that, Testaverde has not been on target right now.
All right, Coach, the action heating up all around the country. Let's take everyone around the NFL today. Atlanta has held Miami to only 1 first down in this game, 8 total yards. Well, now it's updated. It's up to 40 yards. That's it. 3 first downs for the Dolphins.
No passing, no running, not much of anything, guys.
Well, you got plenty of it going on here, Jim. Indianapolis is just watching right now. Marshall Faulk and Torrey Holt ripping them up. Kurt Warner has 274 yards passing so far. They're hitting everything in St. Louis. Let me just say, they're hitting the baskets.
Hit the grocery cart.
We saw that great feature today with Dion and Marshall Faulk, and he started running his mouth in the feature, and he's run his feet ever since then. It's just going and going. Great fake by Peyton Manning and the Indianapolis offense, but Kurt Warner has got it going on, and when he has to pass through the air, he goes to Torrey Holt, who already has 3 touchdowns and 158 yards receiving in the first half. And when he does not throw it to Holt, he's throwing it to Marshall Faulk. Duck!
Your outscoring Jordan prediction on the NFL today. The Rams.
Could be close. Only 16 points to go.
Garcia's run one in for the 49ers and thrown one to J.J. Stokes for the halftime lead. Garcia with fine numbers down there. Quincy Carter threw the Cowboys touchdown. The Steelers up 10 on the Bengals, and Cordell twice to Plexico Burress. 4 catches, 92 yards overall.
And what you have to love about this, there's no dinky-dinky-do here, Coach. Push that ball downfield, turn, get away, woo, get your giddy-up going. You got 42 yards worth
and
right
hope
there.
The other guys can't tackle.
Oh, and watch this one here. Woo, throw it all the way down on the post, the slim post. Touchdown for Plexico. Watch this play, though. Woo, Josh Miller fumbles. Robert Bean recovers, flips it off to Brian Simmons, and Simmons huffs and puffs his way for 66 yards.
And only points managed by the Bengals today by their special teams. Pittsburgh up 10. Cleveland and Tennessee. And the Titans, McNair with a hot hand here. He completed his first 9. There it is, 9 for 9, 177 and 2 touches, but Couch, fine performance as well. And this one right here, Jamel White in for the Browns with a 24-21 lead. That was just moments ago inside the 2-minute mark first half. Kansas City and Jacksonville, each team with a mini roll. Chiefs have won 2 straight. Jags have won 3 in a row. They're all knotted at 17. Bears, Miller, 2 touchdown passes.
I tell you, they're doing everything right. And he's getting the ball to Dwayne Bates, another guy that came off the bench, has helped him.
Spurgeon Wynn, starting at quarterback for the Vikings today, has completed only, well, 1 of 10. 1 of 10. Green Bay leads it. And Arizona all over the Panthers. David Boston catching 2 touchdowns for the Cardinals. When we come back, we're going to preview our doubleheader game, Oakland and Denver. That story next on the Nextel Halftime Report.
This Saturday, a new star will be born. The AFI Awards, live, honoring a year of excellence in film and television. It's the first award show of the year and the first of its kind. All your favorite stars will be there on opening night. If you love movies and TV, this is the one event you can't miss. The very first AFI Awards, live Saturday at 8, 7 Central on CBS.
Some cookies. There's some bananas.
These are the men of the NFL.
Her friend Julia lived across the street.
They know what it takes to help the United Way build stronger communities.
On the snap of the ball, quarterback, I want you to...
Leadership. Hard work.
Based on traditional thinking,
dedication.
Considered a surrealist. Okay, guys, when you pull
patience.
The out of the water, remember,
and of course,
airway, support his head.
Commitment.
NFL.com, your source for game day coverage.
This is a big game.
We gotta take it 1 play at a time. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Exclusive behind-the-scenes access. Up-to-the-minute live stats. Live radio coverage.
Whiteley won't go down. Whiteley.
And post-game features.
Hey, listen, great job, fellas. Excellent job.
On Sundays, watch your game and follow the rest of the action on NFL.com.
CBS Sports presents the Nextel Direct Connect Halftime Report. Nextel, get right through.
Welcome back to our Fifth Avenue studios, the Nextel Halftime Report. This is a doubleheader day on CBS featuring a pair of AFC West rivalries. Some of you will see the Seahawks against the Chargers, but most of you will see the Broncos hosting the AFC West champion Raiders. For more on that matchup, let's go to the Mile High City, where Greg Gumbel and Phil Simms have the latest.
All right, Jim, welcome to Invesco Field at Mile High, everyone, where we had snow flurries earlier today, and it is expected to remain cloudy and cold here in Denver. Greg Gumbel along with Phil Simms. And despite the fact that we have a Raiders-Broncos rivalry on tap, there's something else to keep an eye on, and that's the Oakland Raiders themselves. They began the season on fire at 8-2, but they've stumbled the last couple of weeks. Why is that?
Yeah, Greg, when everybody says they have stumbled, they are talking about the Raiders' offense. We talked to John Gruden last night. Look what they did the first 12 games. 28 points, 110 yards rushing per game. The last two, 12 points, 84 yards rushing per game. John Gruden says, look, we've had injuries to the offensive line. We're turning the football over, something they didn't do early in the year. We're missing field goals. We saw that last week against the Tennessee Titans. And penalties have really hurt this Raider offense. But in my opinion, the biggest thing is the defenses they're seeing now. They're playing very conservative, dropping a lot of people back, and they're keeping the Raiders from having big plays. And if you want to score a lot of points in the National Football League, you need big plays. The Raiders have not done that.
Raiders have their eye on a first-round bye. They're already in. The Denver Broncos are eliminated, but pride is a factor, as is that long-running feud with the Oakland Raiders. Happy New Year, Jim, to you guys back in the studio.
Yeah. Thank you, and Happy New Year to the two of you. Look forward to their call later on. Thought on this game here, Mike?
Well, I mean, he's exactly right. Phil's exactly right. What happens is the Raiders cannot take the ball down the field. Everything they do is underneath. And it's a dinky-dink-do the jury doesn't like, but it's underneath. It's a West Coast offense. Unless they go vertical, they're not going to score a lot of points. I think Denver's looking forward to this game. I think they're going to play smash-mouth football with them.
All right, Coach. The NFL on CBS will continue in just a moment.
Happy holidays
from all of us
at CBS.